There's something almost magical about a voice that can pierce through silence and leave you breathless. And that's exactly what happened the moment the world heard Jonathan Antoine for the first time. Slightly chubby, endearingly shy, and armed with a voice that could move mountains, Jonathan became an instant sensation on Britain's Got Talent. His haunting vocals left the judges in awe, the audience in tears, and viewers around the world asking the same question: where did Jonathan Antoine go? After that unforgettable performance, he seemed to vanish into thin air. Some whispered about secret projects, others suspected behind-the-scenes drama. There were even rumors of a darker reason for his disappearance. But what really happened to Jonathan Antoine? Let's rewind the tape and uncover the emotional, inspiring, and sometimes mysterious journey of the teenage tenor who stole the world's heart and then disappeared. The humble beginning of a musical prodigy. On January 13, 1995, a boy named Jonathan Frederikine was born in the quiet town of Goodmayes, Essex, England. He grew up in a modest but loving family. His father, John, served as a police inspector. His mother, Tracy, was a homemaker, and he had an older sister who adored him. From a young age, Jonathan showed signs of brilliance. He wasn't just musically inclined, he was a creative soul. He loved to draw, paint, and immerse himself in storytelling. At one point, he dreamed of being a novelist, using words to transport people to faraway lands. But fate had a different kind of storytelling in mind, one that came not from the pen, but from the voice. When Jonathan was just 11 years old, he began formal singing lessons. That decision would forever change the course of his life. As he matured, so did his voice. And soon, it became clear that he had something extraordinarily rare. A natural tenor voice capable of evoking deep emotion. His talent began gaining attention at local music festivals, including the prestigious Stratford and East London Music Festival, where he earned the title Young Musician of the Year. That recognition opened doors. All 4 junior departments of the London Conservatoires, some of the UK's most prestigious music academies, expressed interest in him. Ultimately, Jonathan chose to study at the Junior Royal Academy of Music, under the tutelage of acclaimed vocal coach Sarah Reynolds. But despite his classical training, Jonathan's big break wouldn't come from an opera hall or a music conservatory. It came from one of the most unexpected places: television. Britain's Got Talent. The world meets Jonathan in 2012. At just 17 years old, Jonathan Antoine stepped on to the Britain's Got Talent stage alongside his duet partner, Charlotte Jaconelli. Both were students at West Hatch High School, and their friendship and vocal chemistry had grown over the years. Their audition was nerve-wracking. The judges weren't sure what to expect. Jonathan was visibly nervous, his long curly hair partially hiding his face. And then, they sang. Their rendition of The Prayer was nothing short of spectacular. The theater fell silent. The judges were stunned. And Simon Cowell, known for his razor-sharp critiques, declared Jonathan's voice simply staggering. Though they didn't win the competition, their journey on Britain's Got Talent became one of the show's most memorable stories. Their talent, humility, and chemistry capture hearts across the world. The Simon Cowell record deal. After the show, something extraordinary happened. Simon Cowell offered Jonathan and Charlotte a $1 million record deal with his label, Syco Music. For 2 teenagers who had only recently sung together for the first time, it was a dream come true. Their debut album, fittingly titled Together, was a commercial success. It featured a blend of classical and contemporary pieces, showcasing their soaring harmonies and emotional interpretations. Fans were mesmerized. Their second album, Perhaps Love, followed soon after and solidified their status as rising stars in the classical crossover world. Each track told a story, from heartache and longing to triumph and joy. But just as their fame soared, everything changed. The breakup nobody saw coming in early 2014. The duo shocked fans and the music world alike when they announced that they were parting ways, musically, not personally. Each had been offered a solo record deal by Sony Classical, and both decided to pursue their individual paths. For fans who had grown attached to their chemistry, the news came as a blow. Speculation swirled. Had there been a falling out, a clash of egos, or was fame pulling them apart? There were rumors. Some claimed that the pair had argued backstage. Others believed one wanted solo fame more than the other. Conspiracy theories flourished. But the truth, it was far simpler and more inspiring. In a joint statement, Jonathan and Charlotte said, "We've had the most incredible journey together since meeting at West Hatch High School. It exceeded all expectations. We're so proud to have come second on Britain's Got Talent, sold over 250,000 albums, and now we're embarking on solo projects with Sony Classical. Thank you to everyone who supported us." And with that, the chapter closed. But their stories were just beginning. Jonathan's solo journey, triumph, growth, and personal discovery. Jonathan released his debut solo album, Tenor, later that year. The album soared to 1 on the classical charts and peaked at 13 on the UK albums chart, an incredible achievement for a classical record. His follow-up album, Believe, didn't perform as well commercially but was praised for its vocal depth and emotional range. In 2018, Jonathan made his solo US Concert debut at the Thousand Oaks Civic Arts Plaza in California. The concert was met with glowing reviews, with fans and critics alike describing his performance as soul-stirring and unforgettable. He continued to tour internationally, performing in Canada and across the UK. Every performance revealed not just his powerful voice, but also a more confident, mature Jonathan who had come into his own. He now works closely with vocal coach Joy Mammon to continue refining his craft. On his property just outside London, he built a home studio where he writes records and experiments with new music. And believe it or not, Jonathan has also dipped his toes into voice acting for video games, using his vocal range in unexpected and creative ways. Charlotte's journey from singer to West End star, Charlotte, too, found her footing in a solo career. She released her debut solo album Solitaire in 2014 and then transitioned into musical theater, starring in productions like Sweet Charity at London's Damar Warehouse and Heathers, the musical. While their careers took different turns, they both stayed true to their roots, music, emotion, and authenticity. Whereas Jonathan Antoine now. Today, Jonathan continues to perform, write, and inspire. His fanbase remains strong and his YouTube videos have racked up hundreds of millions of views. Despite his fame, Jonathan remains grounded. He frequently expresses gratitude to his supporters and never takes the spotlight for granted. He's worth an estimated $4 million and is considered one of the most gifted classical vocalists of his generation. His live performances are often described as life-changing experiences, filled with passion, warmth, and raw vulnerability. But more than the accolades, Jonathan Antoine is a reminder that true talent doesn't need gimmicks or glitz. It needs a heart, and he has it in abundance. From a shy teenager with a dream to one of the most powerful voices in modern classical music, Jonathan Antoine's journey has been anything but ordinary. His story is one of resilience, transformation, and raw talent, and it's far from over. So, the next time you hear a voice that makes you stop in your tracks, it might just be Jonathan. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story about the incredible lives behind the voices we love. Let us know in the comments. Do you want to see Jonathan and Charlotte reunite for a performance someday? Until next time, stay inspired.